got a couple topics we about to talk about. First and foremost, why is California about to release a bunch of prisoners? Or why are they trying to, at least? And also, we talking about, do you think people should have the right to use or lose their voting privileges? Is voting really a right or a privilege? Oh, we're going to talk about all that and more. That's coming up, baby. You kicking it with KC. Yeah. Popular topics, pop tops that may or may not be talked about in the news with yours truly, KC, MC, 10 plus years on the radio, and more. Digital creator, let's get into it, man. This first topic, we talking about what's going on in Los Angeles County. This is coming from balleralert.com, by the way. The story is talking about the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors is considering a proposal to release anyone with a bond of $50,000 or less to decarcerate jails. That's the opposite of incarcerate. Put them in jails. Now, the proposal would include citations and releases for firearms possessions, domestic violence cases, possession of minor pornography, let's say, residential burglaries, robberies, and firearm assaults. The proposal was criticized by the Los Angeles Association of Deputy District Attorneys. Activists demonstrated in front of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors demanding the closings of the men's central prison where 2 men died within the same week because of health conditions. So a lot of people are already protesting, asking them to shut down prisons or release people from prisons because of the conditions of the prisons. LA County is already saying they're overpopulated with prisoners. They don't even have enough, so they want to release them. And they want to release people with certain crimes. I believe you would think non-violent crimes, but the way these are domestic violence cases, child pornography, I mean, come on, man. Robberies, firearm assaults, like that type of stuff is you don't want to let people out for that type of stuff. I wouldn't think. How about we get the jaywalkers up out of there? The people that's doing maybe insurance fraud, I don't know. That's non-violent. Let them go. But you want to let these type of people go? That is what I don't agree with. It's the charges that I don't agree with. Now let's think about this also. You releasing a bunch of people from prison, right? No, this ain't even prison. This is jail. You're releasing people from jail, from being incarcerated into the streets in California, one of the most expensive states in America. So these people who are just getting out of being locked up, supposed to just get out here in California and just make money, legal money, to help them survive in California, in a state where they already have overpopulated homeless people taking over. Or not taking over, but just being overpopulated in certain areas. Here's the thing. Releasing people from prison doesn't help if you don't have programs to help them. So here's my solution. We should have people who are in prison or in jail do the free labor of the community. Clean up, do the construction, all of this free labor, free trade type stuff even. Other than that, let them people specifically with those cases, they need to stay locked up. I'm not with them getting released. No, we need to find another answer. Have them be in some type of correctional facility for real, correcting their habits, making them do free labor. Other than that, I don't know what you're going to do with them. I don't know. Keep them in jail. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. I got another topic for you real quick. See, this one right here is talking about Mississippi, man. They say they want to take away your voting rights if you ain't use them. This comes from MississippiToday.org. The Republican leadership of the Mississippi Legislature has passed a bill that would make it easier to remove voters from the election rolls, which is awaiting the signature of the governor to become law. The legislation would authorize the Secretary of State to perform election audits throughout the state, and it will require people who do not vote basically within a 4-year period, either for the president or any local elections. They will be removed from the registered voter list if they do not respond to a confirmation card sent to that address. The card is basically saying, hey, do you still live here? Are you trying to vote? We had a couple elections, you missed them. You trying to do this or no? Democrats argue that the legislation is part of a package of efforts to make it more difficult to vote. And Mississippi is one of the only 4 states not having some version of no excuse early voting. Now, on letting the media tell it, you would think, yeah, this is something. Y'all trying to make it harder for us to vote. No, not really. They're saying either vote or don't vote. This is my thing. I hate when we see elections going on, right? And it's a very critical election, whether it's local or it's the presidency, and you like, oh snap, it's only a few votes that's really gonna make the determination. And you see this percentage of voters already voted, this percentage of voters already voted, and this is the percentage of voters who ain't voting at all. And it's the people that ain't trying to vote at all that really makes the difference. I'm like, we might as well just cut y'all percentage off and only use the people who really actively votes and participates. I'm really not against this at all. How is that making it harder to vote? They're either saying, come out here and vote, or we about to take your voting registration away. They're not saying you can't get it back, but when you're ready to vote, come and vote. But if you're not going to use it, then we're not even going to make it easy for people to try to cheat and vote for you. That's what the Republicans are trying to do. Now, I hate to do this on the Republican-Democrat side of the game, but either way it go, one group of people want to say, hey, if you ain't using your vote, you're losing your vote. And I'm not mad at that. I agree. A lot of people argue voting is a right, not a privilege. A lot of people died for our right to vote. That's 100% correct. The people who have died for specifically with the intent to try to have people in their community and their culture vote, you got to respect that. And those people who gave their lives would probably vote. So they wouldn't have this damn issue. That's what I'm talking about. Even during the civil rights era or any other era when people were trying to get their right to vote, there was still probably people sitting like, I really don't care about it. It don't make a difference. The president is selected, not elected. So they don't even make an effort. Let's just cut them off, do us all a favor, and just keep the numbers skewed towards the people who really do this. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. Talk about some music real quick in the audio audit. Listen to an R&B project from Chloe Bailey. The project was called In Pieces. Listen to this on YouTube Music. No endorsement. This was, 14 tracks? 38 minutes. Just within the time span duration of projects that I like. Between 30 and 45 minutes. Not too short, I don't take it serious. Not too long that I think I get bored with it. 14 tracks, 36 minutes, you really crammed a lot of music in this. This is like 2.5 minutes per song on average. She does have one single out, playing on the radio, Power 96.5 WQHH in Lansing. How Does It Feel featuring Chris Brown. This is the single that came out that a lot of people were mad she even did with Chris Brown because of his past and things of that nature. Whatever. All of that hating really just built the momentum for the song and the project as a whole. Couple other songs that did stand out to me. Body Do. That was a nice little party type record. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was in my clubbing days, that seemed like something I would love for the girls to enjoy. Lose You. That sounded like a Beyonce record. A lot of people say she is Beyonce's protege. But I can see that, especially with that song. I heard a lot of Beyonce in that. She got another song called Worried that I enjoy, and Told Ya featuring Missy Elliott, which I thought was a nice little bop, man. So we have 4 songs that stood out, not including the single. That's 5 songs. That's a little bit over a third. That's not too bad. That's a little bit over a third. We're talking about almost 35%. That's not bad for a project. I didn't expect to really like too many songs at all, or have any songs that stood out to me. So Chloe actually put out a decent project from my perspective. As a man who I'm pretty sure she didn't even make this album for, I'm willing to guarantee most of the songs was talking about boyfriend problems and I miss you and all types of goofy stuff. I can't even put myself in that perspective. But let me know what you think about Chloe as an artist. Let me know what you think about In Pieces as a project, or any other projects you think we should do an audio audit on. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, man. We gotta go ahead and talk about TV shows and movies we saw and scenes I saw according to stream. You know what I mean? Oh, I got this show up. Night Agent. We watched this on Netflix. No endorsement. This is a series, not a movie. It's on Netflix. 10 episodes, 1 season. Got a lot of hype on online, social media. Joe Budden, different podcasts talking about how good it is. Let me tell you something. I don't believe the hype. That's just my normal philosophy. I'm not about to just watch stuff or just believe stuff just because everybody else does. In most cases, I don't just go against the grain just cause. But me and my girl just happened to watch this because she wanted to. And I watched this, and this is the most corniest TV show that I've seen in a long time. You can tell, first of all, the writing is bad. The acting is bad. Nothing is, but most of the situations aren't believable at all. It's just over-exaggerated drama, if you ask me. I feel like the people who enjoy this are just like low level, I don't know, entertainment people. Like, it don't take much to entertain you. This was not entertaining at all. I need something that's a little bit convincing. It's your traditional white superhero guy, or not superhero, but white male police officer or detective or whatever. He has to work his way from the bottom up. Literally, he works at the White House in the basement. And oh my God, he spots a guy that ends up putting a bomb on a train in the beginning. It starts off like that. So you just randomly watch this dude because he put a backpack somewhere. How do you know that was his backpack when you went over there? You could have been reaching for somebody. Like, it's just so many. It's like, bro, come on, man. Y'all just really just making this action just to make it action. Like, the people that really enjoyed it, I was like, ugh. You like this? Ugh. It made me look at you different. But Night Agent, that's my review of it. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. I don't think I got past like 2 or 3 episodes. My girl up there watching it. Let me know what you think about it, dog. Hey, we did watch something else. I want to talk about this other movie. This was interesting right here. It's called Knock at the Cabin. I saw this on Peacock. No endorsement. Hour 40 minutes long. Think Dave Bautista, I think that's his name, the former wrestler Batista. He starred in this. This movie was, it was an M. Night Shyamalan. So it had that little thriller, twist, suspense, horror kind of like appeal to it. But basically, it started off with this grown man talking to this little girl in the woods. The little girl who belongs to a couple who's in a cabin. How are y'all letting her talk to this stranger, this random grown man in the woods? Y'all not paying attention to her? Like, had a conversation for like 10, 15 minutes, bro. But anyway, it starts off like that, but then he gets weird and he starts talking about, I feel bad for what I got to do. Long story short, 4 people end up breaking into this cabin saying, y'all have to sacrifice the 2 people, the 2 men, gay men, and the little girl. Y'all have to sacrifice one of another. Make the choice to do that, or the world will die. The apocalypse is gonna happen. Tidal waves, fire, thunder, illnesses, all types of crazy stuff. Every time they chose not to do it, and they gave them a day, 24 hours to decide, one of the 4 people had to kill themselves. It was just crazy. It was a crazy thing to think about. But at the end, I think they related it to the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Malice, healing, nurturing, and guidance. It was kind of deep on that end. Once I heard that, I was like, oh wow, okay, it's a lot more to it. But other than that, I liked it interesting because you didn't see what was coming. That's what I like about that movie, or that style of movie. You don't see what's coming. So it being unrealistic, it's like Nothing about this is realistic. Clearly, it's a science fiction movie. So I don't mind. It's in its place. Stuff like Night Agent is trash. But anyway, that's just what I think. It's called Knock at the Cabin. It wasn't a bad movie. I actually do recommend it. I recommend it. Check it out if you haven't, and let me know what you think if you have. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. We about to go ahead and switch it up, man. Yeah. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Positive Pants. I'm out of drink too. All right, so let's make this quick. First and foremost, in the NBA, we're talking about former All-Star swing man Andrew Wiggins, who has not played since February 13th, could suit up later this week as we start off into the playoffs. April 6th, I believe, is the beginning of the playoffs. I'm gonna double check that, by the way, while we're live on the air. But that's just one quick update. Also, former All-Star big man, played 16 seasons in the NBA, was number 2 pick in the 2006 draft. LaMarcus Aldridge officially retired for the second time. He retired in the 2020-2021 season for an irregular heartbeat. Then he came back. He took the season off 21 to 22, and then he came back 22 to 23, and now he's retiring again. So there you go. He didn't make a big whoop about it because he did it twice. So he did the Tom Brady stuff. So shout out to LaMarcus Aldridge and everything that you brought to the game, man. So let's go ahead and look at the NBA right now. We're gonna look at these playoff standings because I think we're pretty much locked in with all of our standings as of right now, and how the playoff picture is gonna look. So as of right now, in the Eastern Conference, number 5, New York Knicks, who officially clinched their spot. Cleveland Cavaliers, number 4. Philly 76ers, number 3. Boston Celtics, number 2. Number 1, Milwaukee Bucks. Then, Western Conference, number 5. Los Angeles Clippers. 4, Philadelphia Suns. No, Phoenix Suns. Excuse me. I'm tripping. Sacramento Kings, number 3, clinched their first winning season since 2006. Then the Memphis Tennessee Grizzlies, which I'm always asking, how is the Memphis Tennessee in the Western Conference? Then number 1 in the West, you got Denver Nuggets. Now let's talk about who's supposed to be facing who in these playoffs, man. Who's supposed to be facing who, man? Oh, there we go. Oh, it was right there. All right. So, as far as matchups in the playoffs, we are currently looking at Denver as number 1. Oh, don't forget we have a play-in tournament for the 7th and 8th spot in the playoffs. So Denver already clinching the number 1 seed. They're going to play whoever gets the 8th seed. All right, and then Memphis, Tennessee, the Grizzlies, they're going to play whoever gets the 7th seed. The 4 teams currently in the play-in tournament. The Lakers and the Pelicans, they playing against each other for the 7th seed. The winner of that gets the 7th seed. Then the Timberwolves and the Thunder, they're playing for potentially the 8th seed. So we'll see how that go. But Denver will play the 8th seed. Memphis Grizzlies play the 7th seed. Then you got Sacramento versus Golden State. Ooh, Sac Town about to get out of there in the first round. That's unfortunate. Then you got the Clippers against Phoenix. That's going to be an interesting matchup in the West. Russell Westbrook being with the Clippers. Kevin Durant being with the Phoenix Suns. I'm expecting to see that. I'm expecting to see a good game if we can get everybody in and healthy. Kevin Durant coming from an injury. Paul George coming from an injury. Kawhi Leonard obviously from last season. So we'll see how that turns out. In the East, you got Milwaukee facing the 8th seed. And then you got Boston facing the 7th seed, who will be the winner between Miami and Atlanta in the play-in tournament. And then you got Toronto versus Chicago. They're fighting for the 8th seed. All right. Then you got Cleveland and New York, 4 and 5. They're against each other in the first round. 76ers in Brooklyn. Yeah. That's the number 3 and 6. They're number 1 and they're in the first round too. So look like that's the playoffs for right now. Look like that's what it's going to be. Playoffs start. No, the play-in tournament start on the 11th. The playoffs start April 15th. So we got just a little while until then, but we looking forward to an interesting game. I think that's it. This is the last thing we got to talk about, man. Now we're gonna stay on basketball, but we talking about college basketball right now. Women's college basketball. So we have this national championship between LSU, women's LSU, and women at Iowa, right? So apparently it turned into a whole race thing. Let's just put it out there. Iowa being mostly white girls, LSU being mostly black girls. They went against each other, and you had the girl what's her name, man? The white girl from Iowa, Caitlin Clark, who was out there killing, doing her thing, but talking trash at the same time. Doing the Tony Yayo, which a lot of people call it the John Cena. It's the Tony Yayo. Then you had Angel Reese from LSU getting right back at her. Caitlin Clark telling people, y'all under 50, y'all down by 15 points, shut up. Doing this in their face, doing all that. Then once LSU caught up, started winning, Angel Reese right back in Caitlin's face. Boom, 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 boom. Hit her with the Tony Yayo. Said, this was my ring finger right there. That's what Angel hit her with. Now that LSU won, a lot of people saying that Angel's reaction and her celebration were classless. A lot of people calling her a effing idiot. And these are people in high ranks, high standards. So listen, this is what I want to say, man. This is sports. This is entertainment. We are here for it. Nobody got hurt. If somebody's feelings got hurt, and so what? This is sports, baby. And this is college sports. So yeah, you can cry, but Caitlin started it. Caitlin started it. Angel Reese, whoever this is, a champion now at that, respectfully. She only probably reacted to whatever Caitlin was saying. I'm not even making a race thing, but she just reacted to whatever she was saying. Angel probably wouldn't have never did that if Caitlin wouldn't have did it. So a lot of people calling Angel classless and an effing idiot. Caitlin Clark ain't even reacting for real. She just like, it is what it is. So, it's like, if you're not really a sports fan, if you don't really take it for what it is, which is just entertainment, then you're going to have to go somewhere else and go do some politics or something serious. Other than that, we here for it. We love it. She should have grabbed her nuts or something like that. And threw up the middle finger. They should have really been going at it. But they didn't do all that. So they just did a little Tony Yayo and everybody mad. Man, y'all soft, bro. Chill out, man. But anyway, congratulations to LSU for getting that win. Angel Reese for getting that dub. And Caitlin Clark. Both of them for putting on the show for the people. Got everybody talking. I don't even watch women's sports like that for real, for real. I didn't even know this game was going on. My girl reminded me that it was going on. She wanted to watch this game. And now we all talking about, we ain't even talking about the game. We talking about what happened. Let's just let you know about women's sports. We ain't even care about the game. We just talking about what happened. Oh, man, that's crazy. Anyway, let's keep it moving, man. We talking about boxing, MMA real quick. So, Gervonta Tank Davis, we getting closer to it. April 22nd against Ryan Garcia. 19 days away, April 22nd. I can't wait, man. I can't wait, man. A lot of people putting their money up. I ain't putting no money up at all, but let me know your predictions. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. I just want to see somebody get knocked out. I really don't care who wins. I want to see somebody get knocked out. Like, knocked out. Not knocked down, but knocked out. I want to see that. I don't care who wins, but let me know who you got. Go off in the live chat in the comments, man. We about to go ahead and get up out of here. I need you to do me a favor first and foremost. Stinging out loud real quick, right? I don't really think I got to thinking out loud. I be stuck sometimes just trying to think of stuff, right? You ever overthink a lot of stuff? Overthinking will really just kill a lot of stuff. It'll have you procrastinating. It'll have you not executing stuff. It'll just have you overanalyze things that really don't need to be overanalyzed. And you miss opportunities like that. You miss opportunities. You got a lot of regrets just from overthinking. I do that a lot. Just for thinking about content, for thinking out loud. I feel like that in alone is a catch-22. I don't know, man. That's just me thinking out loud. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386 or don't, because we about to wrap it up. Do me a favor. Kick it with KCMC on all social media at KIWKCMC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok and Snapchat, all that. That's Kick It With KCMC. That's just the abbreviations. And please show some love to my sponsor, Team Elite, TEAMELITE 313. That's Team Elite 313 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, not Snapchat, but TikTok and more. Check them all out. And check out their premium urban-based athleisure wear. That's athletic leisure wear, casual wear, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jogger sets, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask your mom, baby, you feel me? Appreciate you for getting with KCMC. Do me a favor, if you got this far in the video, I need you to hit that like button right here. Hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, and also if you got a couple dollars, donate to the show so we can grow. We ain't about to beg you. I appreciate that. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to see you again maybe tomorrow.